Hi guys! Guess who I have with me? My daughter Chloe. So today we're gonna film the 0 to 3 months newborn must-haves. I've been wanting to film this for a long time, but I just didn't have time to film it. And she's just gonna be here to do the intro with me because I need both of my hands to show you guys the products and to explain why the products are must-have for me. But I cannot do the intro without my cute daughter. You say hi to everybody. You say hi. So I'm gonna probably put her aside and let her play for a bit while I finish up the video, okay? And then if you want to see more of her, I made another video the other day about a 3 months update, and she's in that one the whole entire video, but she's only gonna be in the intro for this one. So the first product that I'm gonna mention for the newborn must-have is this swaddle. This is Love to Dream swaddle, and this is the size 3 to 6 months. They also have one for 0 to 3 months, and I swear by the swaddle, or at least a swaddle like this. The best feature is that the hands can go up, so when my baby sleeps in it, her arms or hands kind of go up, and she likes to sleep like this kind of, so that's very convenient. And it's pretty tight up here, but it's pretty long so she could still grow. And some parents worry that when they swaddle their kids to sleep that they will turn over or something like this, but actually this swaddle prevents them from turning over because the arms like this, they can't really turn or roll over. So I don't have any problem with this at all, and it really helps with the startle reflex when they go like that, and then they kind of wake themselves up. So this really helps her with that, and she loves to be in it. Like when I put her in it at nighttime, she knows it's time to go to bed and she's smiling. So I introduced this swaddle at 7 weeks, so she's already used to it. She knows every time she puts it on, it's like bedtime. So, and another thing that I have to mention is a sound machine or a white noise machine of some kind. And I have this one called Hush Hush. And I used to have another one that was plugged to the wall, but that was just not convenient for me because if I wanted her to sleep in a different room, or if we're traveling or something like this. So I wanted one that was portable, and this does the job. So I turn this on, and then I put her in the swaddle, and then she knows that those are the cues to go to bed, and she falls asleep fairly fast. Especially if she's exhausted, she'll fall asleep right away. And then one more thing that I introduce, or I give to her, especially when she's about to go down, is a binky. I was one of those parents who I didn't even buy a binky, or wasn't even on my registry. I didn't even want to have one because I didn't want my kids to be kind of attached to a binky for a lot of reasons, one of them being like their teeth or gum, etc. But then after my baby was a couple weeks, I want to say like 3 weeks or so, I realized that I need a binky because it really, sometimes she needs to suck on something to soothe herself. And then if I let her drink her bottle, she would suck on the air, because like when she finished the bottle, she still don't want to let go of it, and she just keeps sucking it, and it's not good for them to digest too much air. So I realized that she just wants to suck to soothe, and then that's when I decided to go purchase the binky. And then I realized that when she's kind of fussy, or when it's nighttime, she wants to go to bed, that you just kind of give her a binky, and then she'll suck on it, and then she'll just pass out fairly quickly. And then when she does pass out, she'll like spit it out herself, so it's not like, I mean, I only use it when she's really fussy, or when it's kind of like nighttime, she wants to go to bed. So I kind of give her, I mean, sometimes if she was to pass out, like after I swaddle her, put the machine on, give her milk, she basically passed out, I won't even give her the binky. But if she's still a little bit fussy and she's like fighting sleep, or if she's fussy during the day for whatever reason, I give her the binky, and it really helps calm her down. So I really think a binky is pretty essential. I mean, if you can do without one, great, but I feel like for me, at least for my baby, it was necessary for her to have one, just to kind of calm her down, and then so she's not like crying excessively or freaking herself out. And then let's just continue on the subject of you know, when she sucked too much air from an empty bottle, it can cause her to have hiccup. She used to have she used to have hiccup at least once a day, and nowadays she has really subsided with her hiccuping. I think she maybe only gets once a week at this point, but she definitely had it every day before. And one of the things that really helped her with her hiccup was grape water. I know this helps with a lot of things, like, you know, relieves like gas, you know, like kind of just colic, fussiness, and hiccup, right? It says right here. But I mean, I think my baby has a little bit of colic or gas, but I typically just give it to her for her hiccup, and it works wonders. Like, just give her a few drops and then the hiccup goes away, because the thing is, sometimes the hiccup lasts too long. And then she kind of gets really irritated by the hiccup, that she starts crying, and then she gets really upset because she's hiccuping. So like, this just kind of makes the hiccup go away really quickly. When you notice she has a hiccup, give her a few drops and then it goes away. So then she's like, you know, more comfortable, I would say, because no one really likes having hiccups, right? And then another thing I say would definitely be a must-have, especially for me, is like a nose Frida. This is a nose Frida, the nose sucker, because you know, baby gets boogers in their nose and it's really hard to get them out because they have tiny little noses, and sometimes they have congestion and stuff. So if you use this, especially for the boogers, you suck it out and then they can breathe better, you know. And then if they were to have a congestion or some sort of like a lot of congestion in their nose, if they're sick or something, put some sort of this is like a saline drop, and give them some saline drop and then suck out the congestion or the mucus. Another must-have for me definitely is a nail filer, because their nail grows so fast and they scratch their face and all these things. I tried to have my baby wear mittens, but it's so hard to keep it on because they are wailing their arms a lot and it always falls off. So I give up, and I realized the best option, or the best way for me to keep their face from getting scratched, is just to constantly file their nail. And then I just not let her wear any mittens, because first of all, like I said, it doesn't stay on. Second of all, I feel like she does learn a lot from touching or having her hands, so then she can kind of feel stuff, and you know, so I feel like babies learn from their touch. So I kind of don't really even want her to wear mittens, but at this point, but in the beginning I did try and it didn't work out. But having a nail filer is really crucial, because like I said, you can file their nails. I typically file her nails when she's falling asleep on me or something like this, so then it's easy. She's not like kind of like moving around too much. And this is a really good one from the Frida baby brand, because it's curved and you can just kind of get on their nails easier like this. So I find this one the best. I haven't yet to cut her nails because I'm kind of afraid to cut her nails. Her nails are still so tiny, but nail filer works perfectly fine for me. And then let's talk about a carrier, because you would want to carry your baby at times because you just want to have your hands free so you can get some chores done, get some work done. So I find this one a really good carrier. This is a baby K10, and they're very snugged in it. Like, it's like it's easier than one of those celly wraps to use. I'm not going to demonstrate right now, but it's kind of tight here, so you kind of loop it over you and then you just put them in. I'm sure you can find a video on how to use this one, and this one has worked out perfectly fine for me. And the thing with the baby carriers, they're very snugged, so they tend to nap longer on you. I noticed babies sleep best or nap best when they're being carried, because they're held close to your chest. They feel your breathing, your warmth. And then the car seat if they're in their car, and then the stroller if you're pushing them around. Those three places are the best for them to take a nap. Like, they just sleep much longer, and then they're just very content. And I noticed that my babies sleep the best in those three locations, like being carried, being pushed, in the car. And you might hear her right now because I hear her. Anyway, so and I would say some kind of books is good for her, because I know baby don't see very well in the beginning, but I just like introducing her to reading or reading to her, and getting a black and white book like this one is really good because they don't see very well, but they see black and white, so they're very fascinated by the contrast of color. And then this is just all black and white. So I've been reading this book to her since she basically came out, and she still loves looking at it when I read it to her. And then when she's calm and aware and I try to read her this book, she loves it. And another one is like a crinkly book, like a book that's kind of like make all these crinkly sounds, like this one, Peekaboo, is a really good one because when I flip the pages, there's all these crinkling sound. And then you can and right now I try to tell her to pull down the tab, you know, and so it's kind of like a Peekaboo book, and she loves it. So a book is really good because it entertains them, it teaches them to kind of read, or keeps their attention span, and you know, so reading is really good for babies. So that wraps up my video of 0 to 3 months, 0 to 3 months must-haves. I am going to make another one, but she's not 6 months yet, but when she gets to 6 months, I'm going to make one that's 3 to 6 months. But these items that I mentioned, I use them all the time, especially the swaddle and then the white noise machine every single day, every single night. And then, you know, the grape water is great, the nail file is great, the baby carrier is great, the book's great, the binky, I use it every day. So that's pretty much it. That wraps up my video. And if you guys have any questions, leave them down below and I'll try to answer them. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future videos on babies. All right, bye.